We're Intro to Intern, this episode 2. So episode 1, we were talking about depression. Episode 2, we're going to talk about self-motivation, self-reliance. Now, being in the creative space or wherever you are in life, in whatever industry or whatever you're trying to do in life, you know, from my experiences, it's going to be very difficult doing it on your own. Is it possible? Absolutely. Before I forget, log on to introtointern.com, support the brand. I got services up there. I have merch. There's plenty of things to support me so I could keep this going. Being self-reliant, self-motivated, all these things is going to matter on your journey. So let's look at what self-motivation is. So from ChatGPT, self-motivation is the inner drive that pushes you to take action, pursue goals, and keep going even when things get tough and no one else is pushing you. It's what turns what I want into I will. Okay, so there you have it, ChatGPT. That's the definition. So you gotta push yourself. There's so much hate in the world. There's so much people that don't want to see you successful, that do not want to see you get to the next level. For whatever reason it could be, there's a million reasons why. It could be their own self-beliefs. It could be how they see the world. It could be other people and other things such as television and media that implemented that in their minds and brainwashed them to believe in that. Listen, you know, none of us is going to make it. And that could very well be true. Some. But you gotta have that self-motivation to try. Me personally, I feel like trying is better than not trying at all. If you feel like the odds is against you, then listen, you might as well try. You know, we all got our day to meet the Most High. So if he's waking you up and he's telling you, yo, I believe in you, then that should be enough for you to believe in you. Are the days hard? Absolutely. The days get harder every day because you're doing something that either has never been done before, you haven't done it before, or it's something that you don't really know. Like, you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. You don't really know. You know, but you don't really know. And sometimes that could be scary. The unknown can be very scary, but you got to be more spiritual. That's why I said, like, and I always say, like, and I always bring up the spiritual side of things because we're spiritual beings. So a lot of times we equate everything that we do to what man is already instructing us to do or how it should be. But there's all these twists and turns in life that are designed by the Most High. I believe that. Do I believe that things are designed a certain way on earth? Yes. Do I believe can it be overwritten by the Lord? Absolutely. Absolutely. Man will count you out, but your self-belief, your motivation will keep you in the game. I'm telling you. Let me go close the window real quick. Okay, I don't think that helped. Yeah. And it's hard, you know. A lot of people, they don't want to feel pain. They don't want to feel embarrassment. They don't want to lose a lot of this material that's out here. Like, there's nothing guaranteed. I don't care how good you think life is going for you. It could easily be turned in a split second. Going back to being self-motivated and self-reliant, it's hard. It's so hard. But you rather fail you than somebody else fail you. And I do believe in teams. I don't believe in this I in team. But at the end of the day, with things going on the way it's going on, you are your own team. And you got to make sure that you do what you got to do, because God gave you this discernment. God gave you this vision for some reason, this drive, this motivation, woke you up, gave you these ideas, gave you this discernment, and you don't know why. You really don't know why, but you know, yo, you got to keep it moving. You know that you got to move forward for whatever reason. You can't allow all these outside things to affect what you got going on, because at the end of the day, it's going to start with you and it's going to end with you. It's going to start with the Lord and it's going to end with the Lord. So you got to find a way to always be motivated. Always find things, put yourself in situations for you to always work. And don't worry about the criticism, because a lot of people will criticize you because they that's just what they did for. They're always gonna talk smack. They're always gonna try to find a way to make sure that you stay down emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, because for whatever reason, like I said, most of the time it's just they don't like themselves, or they don't like to see other people do well or be happy, even if they're not even asking for help from them. And they wish that you could ask them for help so they could fuck your shit up. Trust me, I've been there. I'm giving you this information because I don't want you to end up being in the same circumstances, the same situations as me, or to help you better navigate through whatever you're going through right now, if it's your current state in life right now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no hater. I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody do well. I want to see everybody make things happen for themselves and for their families. But a lot of times people like to look outside too much. They want to look at what the outer world can do to help them, when really it's all you. Most people are following you. So you got to make sure your discernment is on point. You got to make sure that Wi-Fi with the Lord is fully connected. Because what's going to end up happening is you're going to expect people to be helping you and take the leadership role, and they're not qualified for it. You are. They'll try to get in your way, because once they see that they're not qualified, they probably already know they're not qualified for that leadership role. And they know that you are. And that's why sometimes, yeah, it's good to be humble, but sometimes it's also good to be confident. And don't worry about them thinking that, yo, you cocky, because at the end of the day, it's like, yo, it's a catch-22. How can I lead if I'm not confident? And then how can I not be called cocky if I'm confident? So it's like, hey, what do you want me to do? And when I'm too humble, it's like, there comes the disrespect. There comes the doubt. Now you don't even believe. You're like, yo, I don't think this guy believe in what he's saying, because he's just, yeah. So you gotta like find a thin line, but sometimes you gotta stay on one side, if not the other, because it's just not gonna work for you how you think it's gonna work for you. And like I said, especially thinking that, yo, people is gonna be able to give you what you giving them. Sometimes it's just not like that. Sometimes you always gonna be the one that go through BS, because you just pushing forward. Your self-motivation, your self-reliance is telling you, yo, regardless, I gotta move forward. I gotta figure this out. I'm gonna do that. And you need confidence. They go hand in hand. You need confidence within yourself in order to be self-motivated. And you gotta look at, if you wanna look outside, okay, you wanna look outside for answers, well, guess what? The worse it is, the worst experiences you have in with people, places, and things should be enough motivation for you to push forward on your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. When you look at life and you're like, what is life? There's the in-between and there's death. And if you experience life with somebody and they pass away, then you know it's like, what is really money? What is it really to be lazy? What is it really to be hating? What is all these things that's stopping me, or why am I stopping me from doing or trying to reach something that I feel like, yo, in my heart and in my mind, this is what I was born to do. And why am I allowing a certain dollar amount, not for me to keep going, but for me to actually stop and then still end up being unhappy and losing your self-motivation in the process? So you're gonna go through some shit. You're gonna go through a lot of shit. But you gotta tell yourself, I'm not taking no for an answer. There's no way that God, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about the Lord. There's a God out there. And how could God put this, which is not hurting nobody, including myself, it's helping, it's bringing joy, it's bringing a lot of happiness, it's bringing a lot of goodness. How can this not be true? How could God give me these abilities, this purpose, that when I exercise this magic happens, and for it to be just like, okay, I'm gonna put this right here because of what man said, because of walking outside and seeing a person that lost everything, being homeless or being in a shelter or being in jail, and saying, oh nah. How about you look at it the other way, that these people made it their choice because they wanted to live in a purpose, and so be it, that if this is what they got to go through and how they got to struggle, and they got to be in rags and riches, rags to riches, or see, a lot of people who were there before you went through similar stuff. And what I mean by before you, I mean right. We talking about a lot of celebrities, quote unquote, a lot of people who are not celebrities. And unfortunately, they're not celebrities, so you don't know how they made it, but they went through it. You know, I don't get inspired by those that, you know, had everything handed to them. I get inspired by those that lost or never had. Like, how can I relate to you? People that come from broken environments, broken homes, grimy ass neighborhoods, just like me, fucked up cultures, just like me. Like, how can I relate? How can I be more motivated? How can I take that and be like, all right, cool, I'm not on my own with this? Because it's real out here. You know what I'm saying? It's really real out here. We all trying at the end of the day. So we got to say to ourselves, yo, I got today. You got today. Stop looking all the time for the goodness to have you going. Sometimes it's about shit being really, really real, and you might lose it all. And that might be that fire that you need to actually move forward on what you want to do, on that purpose. God don't make mistakes. And sometimes even if you do lose it, there's going to be lessons. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be certain kind of difficult conversations, certain people you're going to have to face on your journey in order for you to get to the next level. Most of the time, that motivation is going to come from hardship. It's going to come from difficult type of conversations, and you have to accept that. You're going to go through pain. You're going to go through betrayal. You're going to go through people talking good in your face and talking horrible behind your back. Or people who might talk good in your face and make an account in today's time and start talking and going crazy on you on the internet. And you got to get used to that. Or being on stage and people not clapping for you and they was just talking perfectly fine with you. We live in a very selfish world. We live in a world where a lot of people can't see past their own self, their own circumstances, what they see on their plate and what they want on it. So you already know in your mind, or you should already have in your mind, okay, I definitely have to be self-motivated. I gotta have everything gotta come from within, because if I don't and I rely on this outside world 9 times out of 10 is going to disappoint me in multiple ways. And you got to say to yourself, damn, how do I make sure that doesn't happen to me? The only way that you're gonna make sure that doesn't happen to you is if you begin the task. You may not be the boss in this equation, but whatever you have control over, you are the boss. And even if you do have a boss, it is a unit. And I think today's time, a lot of people do not want to collaborate. And that's why I brought up this podcast about self-motivation, because a lot of people either can't see what's going on, can't see your vision. They don't want to start anything or invest first. And they expect to have the same results and the same kind of like just appreciation when things flourish, as if they were the ones to begin everything and they were really the ones that was following behind. Everybody wants a guarantee. Nobody wants to take a chance. And that's why the ones that do take a chance, they go straight to the moon. And most of the time, people's like, yo, man, why this person acting funny like that? Yo, I was just talking to me this and that. You wasn't being consistent. You wasn't helpful enough. They had to keep relying on thyself versus the collective. And after a while, it's like, nah, what do I need you for? I'm sorry, but I can't keep on, it's draining at times. You get drained, They call these people the chosen ones. You know what I'm saying? The people that are resilient, self-disciplined, you know what I'm saying? One of a kind. Oh, he or she going through that. Then I feel sorry for them, whatever. But you don't know what God got for them. You don't know what lessons that they're getting in that mud. You don't know what values that they're going to receive out of those hardships, out of those failures. You just don't know. I was doing music for years, still doing music, and I landed here. I started seeing what the music business and the film business was really about. And I'm like, whoa, this shit ain't for me. I can't be how it's molded. I'm genuine. I'm too genuine for this. There's times where I'm playing the quote unquote game. I don't want to play the game. I want to do what I need to do, what I'm here to do, my purpose, and make sure everybody around me is good and comfortable along that journey. But not everybody's going to see how you see life. Not everybody is going to be so kind-hearted. Not everybody's going to look out for you like you look out for them. So you got to also be selfless. You got to just be willing to just go, okay, what is it that I could give them from within myself, and or whatever I'm doing that I obtain, and just give it to them without me regretting it or just letting go. And most of the time, you do that because other people who may not have known you or not really too familiar with you showing you love, so you understand, okay, there's still love out here. Your heart could get really cold. I know how that is. Trust me. But you got to try to find a way to revert back, because that affects all up in here. And now, yeah, you probably still got self-motivation, but your self-motivation is cold. It's dark now. And yeah, like I said before earlier, there's a lot of negativity out there that's going to make you want to go hard. But you should never let that penetrate your mind, your heart, and your soul. And in your body, like I said, you get drained, your body, where it consumes you. And now you feeding off of that beast. You feeding off of that demon. You feeding off of that negative spirit. And then you don't even know how to get motivated when good things happen. You don't even know how to appreciate when good things, because you so focused on the negative. You so focused on getting that kind of energy because you saw results when you got that energy. You saw the results. You're like, y'all went hard and all that, and it's cool. Use it. Oh, y'all hating? All right, let me show you what to hate on. Oh, y'all sabotaging? Oh, y'all think I need to rely on you? All right, let me show you what my networking skills, who I got also backing me up. And that's another thing. Let me bring that up. I'm glad I brought that up. That's another thing that you got to look out for. A lot of people be wishing for you to rely on them. They put this image that, yeah, they here to help you. They part of the team, and they'll try to find a very significant role in whatever you're trying to do in your life that will shatter everything when it's time for them to do it. When they feel like, yo, your time is up, you benefiting too much. This society right here doesn't like the self-motivated, doesn't like the self-reliant, doesn't like the individual that's doing what they're going to do every day consistently, that's using the world as they canvas and saying, yo, good or bad, I'm motivated. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go to the studio. I'm going to make sure I get groomed well. I'm going to make sure every day, like, the consistency has to come from self-motivation. And like I said, it could be bad, but don't let the negativity consume you, because what tends to happen is now you can't show love. And I know the game could be kind of funny. Life, which is the game, could be very fake, very funny. But there's always going to be that 1%. It's always going to be the 1% of the real. Always. And you don't want to push that person away because of the 99. You don't. You don't want to push that person away, because that person is someone that you actually might need. And they might need you for whatever it is. And they're going to support you. And you want them to support you because you need the support. Because without the support, how are you going to be able to move forward? But you want to have the right support. I know we all got to support each other, but don't support me. Don't support me expecting for me to just give you a bigger bag, or for you to come up off of me even crazy, because then your intentions is off. You don't really got genuine love. You don't really like what I genuinely do. You're not really getting nothing off of this motivation. You just looking to just collect, and you're trying to guarantee that collection by doing for them first, because psychologically you're like, all right, if this person feels like they being supported, then they're going to support me. And I just got to manipulate this situation to have them support me even a bigger scale. That's manipulation. That's a manipulator. That's someone that you got to be very careful with around you. That's someone that's petty and toxic, and it's not going to go well. That's someone that's not actually showing love, that's actually being selfish and greedy. Gluttony. Watch out for these individuals, because if you don't nip it in the bud in the beginning, it's going to get worse in the end. And we live in such treacherous times that people find it very happy and very joyful to see you fail, to see you down and out. Even if they know you, even if you was in their corner. That's just what today's world is. And me personally, I'm now waking up to realizing that it was always kind of like that. It just started getting worse and worse and worse with the influence of these devices and the television and the radio and, and the books and the magazines. And it's just another media that makes it even worse. So try to be motivated. Try to always keep your motivation. Search for things that motivate you. Try to do things that will eventually bring you motivation. Be around people that's motivating. And then, you don't want to push away people that's doing good for themselves. You don't want to be a hater. You want someone to do good, even if they doing the quote unquote, I'm doing better than you. Because what is the definition of doing better than me? We don't even do the same things. We don't even want the same things. We don't even have the same purpose. We don't have the same goals and aspirations. It might be similar, but everyone is an individual. They have their own thing going on with God, their own contract, their own relationship, their own connection. So it's like, I don't know why you got what you got, and I'm not here to judge that, because I don't base things off of this material world. Like I said, I base things on the spiritual. And just because you're doing good don't mean you ain't going to be doing bad tomorrow, and vice versa. So it's all about balance. So I'm good. I'm happy for you. I just hope that, you know what I'm saying, you stay grateful, you keep doing what you do, and I'm going to get the motivation off of you. And vice versa. Whatever I do, you get motivation off. Because we live in such a world where things get separated. Why? Because our motivations turn into either jealousy or envy. A lot of envy. And it's like, nah, you can't be like that. We are collaborating because there's something that you have that I need, and there's something that I have that you need. The reason why a lot of people are separated is because everybody wants everything for themselves. They want this, and this. And the only time you're gonna hear them come around is when they don't have something and when they struggling. And as soon as they get it, it's fuck you. I don't need you no more. And that's the problem. Is like, why is it like that? You know, and it's sad. People play a role. You know what I'm saying? Like, people play a real serious role out here. And honestly, I gotta just really tip off my hat to them, because I can't do that. Like, I can't be phony and like that. I can't be fake like that. Like, I just can't. You know what I'm saying? So this applies mainly to the youth, because a lot of people my age, around my age, older, not everybody is going to want or feel like they need this information. You know, I'm trying to save the youth, because my main reason of doing music was to have people have a different type of like option, have a better option with this music. Like, listen and get information, get the proper knowledge, get knowledge that I also received when I was younger, and I was listening to like Tupac and Nas and Biggie and, you know, 50, Jay-Z, like either how to get money, how to watch people around you, you know, the funny vibes, getting out the hood, elevation, like, etc. How to be a man, whatever, how to handle your business. So they don't really have that as much in the music. And so I kind of find it cool that people got like YouTube's, vlogs, podcasts, and stuff like that, where, you know, they can kind of just talk instead of like rap all the time and give you the same kind of information. You know what I'm saying? So on my way out, play y'all another record off the album. I'm gonna play you. Nah, I think I played this already. Street Life.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. I be like,
It's a shame that you still love the street life. See, streets is messed up now, so it's a shame.
Yeah, I be like,
It's a shame that you still love the street life. Make sure you log on to introtointern.com. Follow me on Info with Intro Podcast. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. In the blink of an eye, when I'm spitting these rhymes, I feel alive. I'm still breathing. I stay on the move, I'm still eating, still in the groove, believe me. I make magic happen like Houdini. All sacrifice, no genie. I left the dice for chicks in bikinis. This, that. Come back, flow, come back, yo. Listen to the info when it comes back, bro. Vibe out, this that new tempo. Vibe out, this that new disco. Whoa, yo, I'm about to bust a rhyme, this that new flip mode. Yo, these the type of things you never seen before. I black out, then after that I cash out. And what's on my map is always the fast route. It's a shame that you still love the street life. It's a shame that you still love the street life. It's a shame that you still love the street life. Yeah.
that you still love the street life. Mine on
Another mission, been fighting through the struggle. I know ain't shit different. Grew up when niggas was pimping, now the role shifted. I'm in the roles I'm whipping, black on black, the world spinning. I be grinning, I pray a lot, cause I be sinning. I paid a lot, that's why I be different.
the flesh is tainted.
I hope we make a fucked up.
Too much hatred.
Love the basics, word. I said I learned you can't get love.
If they never had it.
Growing up was tragic, shit was kinda hard for me to manage. Had to change cause I understand it. It was all love, then everything was, it was all hugs.
When the diamonds started dancing.
Had to smarten up,
My heart ain't romancing.
that's just how it goes when you're getting lots of blows. Blind sight, from friend turned foe.
Yeah, it's a shame that you still love the street life.
Yeah, so
It's a shame that you.
So that's called Street Life. Y'all could go check that out on all the streaming platforms, my website, www.introtointern.com. And that's all for the Masterpiece 3 album. Everything's fully produced by me. You know, life is not easy. I know I'm saying this is a lot easier. It's easier said than done about being self-motivated. But the best thing and the only thing I could kind of tell you is if I could do it with the circumstances that I was born in, the circumstances that I've been through, and the circumstances that I'm in, it's like, hey, we got opportunity. We got these phones. We got the internet. You know, there's ways. It's gonna be a challenge. It's out there though. It's you seek it, you shall receive it. I'm trying to seek a whole new lane right now because I'm trying to seek it. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm trying to give myself a chance in life. And also I like to do things. I like to work. I don't know if you hear my son in the other room, you know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of things I gotta do. Earlier my son called me. He's in the JV team now. He's going hard. And I'm right there, and I gotta keep this up because at the end of the day, it's like, yo, if Pops is doing this, then I'm gonna do what I gotta do. So, like I said, you gotta go hard. It's your boy Intro the Intern, and I'm signing out right now. Hope you guys have a good one. I'ma holla at you.